My wife cheated with her boss, and our daughters even covered for her. So I filed for divorce, rewrote my will, and now she's begging me back. I own 3 coffee shops in the city. Not franchises, real ones where I know every supplier, every machine quirk, every regular's order before they hit the door. Started with one location 15 years ago, built it into something solid. I train baristas now, teach them the craft isn't just pulling shots but reading people. Funny how that skill would matter more than I ever imagined. Irene walked into my first shop back in 2010. Graduate student, ancient civilizations, always ordered a cortado and claimed the corner table with the good light. She'd spread out her research papers, Mesopotamian pottery shards, Byzantine trade routes, while I worked the morning rush. Took me 3 months to ask her out. She said yes before I finished the question. We built everything together. Got married in 2012, bought the house in 2014, had Haley that same year. Bella came along 3 years later. By then I'd opened the second location and Irene had landed her dream position at the City Museum as an educator. Not a curator, she'd correct anyone who made that mistake. Curators acquire. I illuminate, she'd say. The museum loved her. She had this gift for making dead civilizations breathe again for school groups and donors alike. Parents requested her tours specifically. The board noticed. 6 months ago, they promoted her to senior education director. More responsibility, better salary, and suddenly a lot more evening workshops. That's when the texture of our life started changing. Small shifts, like espresso extraction running 2 seconds too long, barely noticeable unless you're paying attention. Another donor reception? I asked last Tuesday, watching her apply lipstick in our bedroom mirror. The Mesopotamian wing needs funding. You know how these people are, they need to be courted. She blotted carefully. Don't wait up. I didn't. But I did notice she came home at 1 a.m. smelling like wine and something else. Not another person, just different. Like she'd been in spaces that weren't hers. Thursday afternoon, I came home early to grab inventory sheets from my home office. Passed through our bedroom and saw it on her desk chair, a cream silk blouse, designer label, not her size. Too small across the shoulders, too long in the sleeves. Oh, that's Melodies from Development, Irene said when I asked that night. She spilled red wine at the last reception and had to change. Must have grabbed mine by mistake when she left my office. Reasonable explanation. Except Irene's office doesn't have a door that locks. And Melody from Development is built like a linebacker, no way this blouse would fit her. I started noticing other things. Irene's phone, which used to sit face up anywhere, now lived face down. She'd take calls in the garage. Her laptop, previously password-free, sprouted a lock screen. Museum security requirements, she explained. The girls noticed too, in their own ways. Haley, 14 and too perceptive for anyone's good, started doing her homework in the kitchen instead of her room. Keeping tabs. Bella, 11 and still believing in the best of everyone, would ask why mom missed her school play rehearsal or forgot to sign her field trip form. Mom's just busy building her career, sweetheart, I'd say, covering the gaps. Last Saturday, Irene announced she needed to visit her sister in Providence for the weekend. Her sister called that evening looking for her. I played it off, said Irene must have meant next weekend. But my chest felt tight, like someone had altered the grind on my best espresso machine, everything coming out wrong no matter how you adjust it. Tonight, we're all at dinner. Irene's describing some new exhibit about Phoenician trade routes, animated in that way she gets when she's genuinely excited about something. For a moment, it feels like before. Like we're still the couple who built something from nothing, who knew each other's orders by heart. Haley asks if mom can pick her up from debate club tomorrow. I can't, honey. I have a meeting with, Irene pauses. Actually, let me check. She reaches for her phone on the counter. As she picks it up, the screen illuminates with a text notification. From her angle, she can't see me watching. But I can read it clearly. Can't wait for tomorrow night. Same place? M. She flips the phone over quickly, but not before I see her lock screen, 11:47 p.m. Who texts about meetings that late? Actually, Dad, you better do pickup, she says, thumb moving across the now hidden screen. My schedule's packed. I pick up Haley from debate the next day. She slides into the passenger seat, backpack heavy with mock trial prep. Mom said she might make it, she says, not looking at me. Her meeting ran over. Right. Haley stares out the window. Her meetings always run over on Tuesdays. Something in her tone makes me glance sideways. What do you mean? Nothing. Too quick. Too rehearsed. We drive in silence until we pick up Bella from soccer practice. She bounces into the back seat, cleats muddy, ponytail askew. Mom picked me up last Tuesday. She announces. We got smoothies after. Haley shoots her a look through the rearview mirror. Sharp. Warning. Wait, I say slowly. Last Tuesday Mom had that donor dinner downtown. Bella's face shifts, caught. Oh. Maybe it was. Monday? Today's Wednesday, bug. You sure about the days? I meant, she stops. Looks at Haley. Yeah, Monday. Definitely Monday. Except Monday Irene was home. We watched that documentary about Roman aqueducts together. Bella knows this. Haley knows this. They're both lying, and they're bad at it. That night, Irene comes home at 10. Normal time. Normal energy. Kisses my cheek, asks about my day, mentions the new Ethiopian blend I'm considering for the shops. We could be any married couple on any Tuesday night. But I watch her phone. She keeps it close, screen down, sound off. When she showers, she takes it into the bathroom. When we go to bed, it charges on her nightstand, faced away from me. Thursday morning, I'm making breakfast when Irene rushes through the kitchen. Exhibition committee meeting, might run late, she says, grabbing her travel mug. Can you handle dinner? Which exhibition? She pauses at the door. The Carthage collection. Why? Just curious. Thought that opened last month. Planning for next quarter. She's already half out the door. Love you. After she leaves, I check the museum website. No Carthage exhibition. Not last month, not next quarter. They have a traveling Egyptian collection coming, but that's it. That afternoon, I close the shop early. Tell my assistant manager I'm checking on the other locations. Instead, I drive past the museum at 3 p.m. Irene's car isn't in the staff lot. I circle to the public garage. Not there either. I text her, thinking of surprising you with coffee. Which conference room? 3 dots appear. Disappear. Appear again. In storage basement reviewing artifacts. No cell service down there. Talk later. The museum doesn't have a storage basement. I know because Irene complained about it constantly. Everything's kept in an off-site warehouse in Fairfield. Friday night, family movie night. Tradition since the girls were tiny. We're watching something forgettable when Irene's phone buzzes. She glances at it, types quickly. Who's texting this late? I ask, keeping my voice casual. Just confirming tomorrow's workshop schedule. Bella pipes up, Mom, remember you promised to come to my game tomorrow. Of course, sweetie. It's at 9, right? 10. Right. 10. Irene's already typing again. Later, after the girls are in bed, I'm loading the dishwasher when I hear Irene on a call upstairs. Her voice carries through the vent. No, it's fine. He doesn't, pause. Saturday's perfect. Same as last week. Lower, I know. Me too. Saturday morning. Irene's at Bella's game. I'm not, told them I had a coffee equipment emergency at the flagship shop. Instead, I'm parked across from a downtown hotel, the kind that charges by the hour without asking questions. Irene's car pulls up at 11:15. She gets out, checks her reflection in the window, walks inside. Alone. 20 minutes later, a silver Audi parks 3 spaces down. The man who gets out looks familiar, tall, graying temples, expensive suit on a Saturday. I've seen him at museum fundraisers. Board member. Recently divorced. Always had his hand on someone's lower back, guiding them through crowds. M for what? Mitchell? Marco? Doesn't matter. I drive home. Make lunch for the girls. Haley watches me carefully, like she's waiting for something to crack. Dad, she says quietly while Bella's upstairs. Can I tell you something? Always. She opens her mouth. Closes it. Opens again. Mom asked me to say she drove me to Madison's house yesterday if you asked. Did she drive you to Madison's? No. Haley's eyes fill. Madison's mom did. Mom was somewhere else. My daughter. 14 years old. Being used as an alibi. There's more, isn't there? I ask. She nods, tears spilling. Dad, I think. The front door opens. Irene's voice rings out, bright and false. Sorry I'm late. Traffic was awful. Who wants lunch? Haley wipes her eyes quickly, composing herself before her mother rounds the corner. I squeeze her shoulder once. We'll finish this conversation later. Already made sandwiches, I tell Irene, gesturing to the plates on the counter. Oh. Great. She kisses Bella's head as our youngest comes downstairs. How was your game, sweetheart? We won. Did you see my goal? Irene's face flickers. Of course. Amazing footwork. Bella didn't score. She played defense the entire game. That night, after everyone's asleep, I sit in my home office with my laptop. I find the number for Reeves Investigative Services. A friend who went through a brutal custody battle recommended them. They find everything, he'd said. Everything. I send an email at 2 a.m. By 7, I have a response. Can I meet Monday? Monday afternoon, I'm in a nondescript office building downtown. The investigator, a woman named Diane who looks like someone's grandmother until you notice her eyes, sharp as fresh espresso, takes notes while I talk. I need documentation, I say. Solid evidence. Nothing illegal, nothing that jeopardizes my custody case. Timeline? As fast as possible. She quotes a price. I don't flinch. I'll need a retainer today. I write the check from my business account. Irene doesn't have access to that one. 3 days later, Diane calls. Can you meet? The folder she slides across her desk is thinner than I expected. But weight doesn't equal impact. First photo, Irene entering the Fairmont Hotel, 2:30 p.m., Tuesday. The day of her donor dinner. Second, her leaving the same hotel at 5:45 p.m., hair different than when she went in. Third, the silver Audi in the hotel garage. License plate visible. Registered to Miles Whitman, museum board member, divorced last year after his wife caught him with his personal trainer. There's more, Diane says, flipping pages. Credit card records. Our joint card. Charges at Bistro Laurent, $240 for lunch. On a day she supposedly ate at the museum cafeteria. Another at Nordstrom, lingerie department, $300. I never saw any new lingerie. Hotel receipts from the Fairmont. Not charged to our card, miles paid. But the reservation confirmation went to her email. The one she thinks I don't know about. This is from yesterday, Diane points to a timestamp. She entered his apartment building at 1 p.m. Left at 4:30. Yesterday she had a school group tour until 5. Your daughters, Diane says carefully. They've been dropped at various friends' houses during these meetings. Always with explanations about work emergencies. My stomach turns. Using our kids as cover. How many times? In the past month? 12 documented instances. 12. 12 times my daughters were shuffled around so their mother could. There's something else. Diane pulls out another sheet. Text messages. My tech specialist recovered deleted ones from her cloud backup. I read them. Clinical at first. Can you meet? Tomorrow works. Usual place? Then less clinical. Last night was incredible. Can't stop thinking about you. When can I see you again? The dates go back 2 months. Every late meeting. Every donor event. Every workshop. This is enough for an at-fault divorce in this state, Diane says. Your attorney will want all of this. I take the folder. Drive straight to my attorney's office. Paul reads through everything once, then again. This is ironclad, he says. With the evidence of using the children as cover, you'll get primary custody. She'll be lucky to get weekends. What about finances? The business is yours, premarital asset. The house is joint, but with fault established, you're looking at keeping it. She'll get minimal support, if any. Start drawing up papers. When do you want to file? Give me a week. I need to protect some things first. That evening, I'm reorganizing files when Haley knocks on my office door. Dad? Can we talk? She sits across from me, looking older than 14. Mom's been lying, she says quietly. Not just to you. To us too. I know, sweetheart. No, Dad. You don't. She pulls out her phone, opens her notes app. I've been keeping track. Every time she asks me to lie. Every story she wants me to remember. The list is longer than I imagined. Dates, times, cover stories. There's more, Haley says. Bella doesn't know this part. I found something on Mom's old tablet. The one she gave me for school? She navigates to a hidden folder. Dad, I think this has been going on way longer than you think. The folder on Haley's screen shows emails from 2022. Different email address, one I've never seen. The messages are with someone named Warren. Museum donor. I remember him, moved to London that year. I found these by accident, Haley says. She forgot to log out of this account. I read enough to understand. Another affair. While I was opening my third location, working 18-hour days, Irene was meeting Warren at his penthouse. Sweetheart, I need you to forward these to my phone. Can you do that? She nods, fingers moving across the screen. Dad, I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I kept hoping she'd stop. This isn't your responsibility. None of it. I know, but, her voice cracks. She's my mom. I pull her into a hug. My 14-year-old daughter, carrying adult secrets she never should have touched. That night, Irene's at another museum event. I execute the plan. First, the finances. I transfer the maximum daily limit from our joint savings to my business account. Schedule the same transfer for the next 4 days until it's drained. Cancel the joint credit cards, reporting them stolen. Remove her as authorized user on my business cards. Update all my auto payments to accounts she can't access. Second, the estate planning. I email my attorney. New will drafted by morning. Everything to the girls in trust. Irene gets nothing. The trust has conditions. If the girls maintain regular contact with their mother after age 18, they get nothing until 30. If they cut contact, full access at 21. Cold? Maybe. But I won't have my money funding her lifestyle through them. Third, the house. I photograph everything. Every piece of art, furniture, electronics. Serial numbers documented. Valuable items moved to my office safe. Her grandmother's ring, the one she never wears, photographed and secured. She'll claim I took things. I'll have proof I didn't. Wednesday morning. I file for divorce. Paul hands the papers to the process server personally. She'll be served at the museum, publicly, during her lunch break. But I'm not done. I drive to the museum at 10 a.m. Not to see Irene, she's teaching a school group. I have a meeting with Harold Brennan, chairman of the board. I appreciate you seeing me, I say, placing the folder on his mahogany desk. Irene speaks highly of you, he says. Your coffee donation for our last gala was. Harold, you need to look at this. He opens the folder. His face changes as he reads. The photos of Miles and Irene at the hotel. The timestamp showing she was with him during work hours. The receipts showing Miles used his museum credit card for their hotel rooms. This is unfortunate, Harold says carefully. Miles is using museum resources to conduct an affair with an employee he supervises. That's beyond unfortunate. Harold's jaw tightens. He's calculating, scandal versus handling this quietly. What do you want? Nothing. I thought you should know before this becomes public in the divorce filing. What you do with it is your business. I leave him staring at the folder. By 2 p.m., I get a text from my process server, delivered. By 2:30, my phone explodes. 17 calls from Irene. I don't answer. 23 texts, escalating from confusion to rage to panic. What have you done? We need to talk. This is a mistake. Answer your phone. Please, think about the girls. At 3 p.m., she texts, Miles just got suspended. Did you do this? At 3:45, they're reviewing my position. Please call me. At 4, I'm coming home. I'm in the kitchen when she storms in, makeup smeared, professional composure shattered. You destroyed my career. No. You did that. She sees the boxes I've packed with her things. The changed locks on my office door. The missing photos from the walls, only ones of her. You can't just. I can. I did. Your temporary apartment is paid through month end. I slide the keys across the counter. Your lawyer can contact mine. This is my home. Was. She breaks then. Not pretty crying, ugly, raw sobs. Please. I made a mistake. Mistakes. Plural. Warren in 2022. At least 2 others the investigator found. And Miles. Her face goes white. How? Doesn't matter. What matters is you used our daughters as alibis. You made them lie for you. I never. Stop. I pull out my phone, hit play on a recording from the investigator. Her voice fills the kitchen, Tell Dad I drove you to practice if he asks, okay honey? Bella's voice, small and uncertain. But Mom, he might check with Coach. Just this once, baby. Mommy needs you to help. I stop the recording. Irene's knees buckle. She catches herself on the counter, knuckles white against the granite. The same counter where we'd shared morning coffee for 12 years. You recorded our daughter? The investigator did. Outside the athletic center. You were so focused on your phone you didn't notice the woman on the bench. Irene straightens, trying to salvage some dignity. This is entrapment. Invasion of privacy. My lawyer will. Public space. Legal recording. Your lawyer will tell you the same thing. I keep my voice flat, emotionless. The girls are at my mom's for the night. You have an hour to pack what you need. You can't keep me from my children. I'm not. Your visitation schedule is in the divorce papers. Every other weekend, supervised for the first 3 months. Supervised? Her voice cracks. Like I'm some kind of. Like you're someone who taught them to lie. Who used them as cover for affairs. Who made them carry secrets that weren't theirs to keep. She shifts tactics, softens her approach. The museum educator voice, the one that charms donors. We can work through this. Couples therapy. We've built so much together. You built a house of lies and made our daughters hold up the walls. That's dramatic and you know it. They don't even know what's happening. Haley knows. I watched that land. She's known for months. She's been documenting every lie you asked her to tell. Irene's face crumbles. She? What? Our 14-year-old has been protecting me. And Bella? Carrying your secrets because she didn't know what else to do. I never meant. You never thought. There's a difference. She tries anger again. You think you're so perfect? Working constantly, barely present. I was building our future. You were destroying it. I was lonely. So you slept with Miles Whitman? The crude word hangs between us. I don't apologize for it. It's not just about Miles, she says quietly. You don't see me anymore. Haven't for years. I saw you yesterday. And the day before. What I didn't see was the real you. The one who could look me in the eye at dinner while planning to meet another man. It just happened. For 2 months? Warren just happened too? And the others? She freezes. What others? I pull out Diane's folder, flip to a page. Professor from the university, 2021. That pharmaceutical exec who donated the Byzantine collection, 2023. Should I continue? Each name hits her like a physical blow. She'd thought those were buried. How long have you been watching me? 3 weeks. But you've been doing this for 3 years. Maybe longer. Her phone buzzes. She glances at it, and I see her face change. They fired me, she whispers. Effective immediately. Miles used the museum credit card for hotels. Harold couldn't ignore that. You gave them the receipts? Her voice rises. That was my career. My life's work. Your life's work was supposedly us. Your family. She lunges for her phone, frantically typing. I'll fight this. Wrongful termination. Discrimination. With what money? The joint accounts are frozen. Your cards are cancelled. Your car's in my name, I'll give you 2 weeks to figure that out. The reality hits her then. The full scope of what she's lost. You planned this. Not a question. I protected what was mine. The girls. The business. My future. Our future. That ended when you made our daughter lie for you. She tries one last manipulation. If you ever loved me. I did. Past tense. You wouldn't do this. The man who loved you wouldn't. But that man believed his wife was at museum workshops, not in hotel rooms. My phone rings. Paul, my attorney. Yeah? I answer, not breaking eye contact with Irene. The museum just called. They're filing a civil suit against Miles for misuse of funds. Irene might be named as a co-defendant. Understood. I hang up. Don't tell her. She'll find out soon enough. Your hour's almost up, I say. She grabs a suitcase from the hallway closet, the one she used for her supposed sister visits. Throws clothes in randomly, sobbing. The girls will hate you for this. Maybe. But they'll never have to lie for me. She stops at the door, mascara streaking her cheeks. This isn't over. Yes, it is. She leaves. I pour myself 3 fingers of whiskey and sit in my office. Check my phone. A text from Haley. Dad, there's something else. Check the locked notes. My hands are steady as I open Haley's message. There's a password protected note attached. The password is my coffee shop's first opening date, something only she and I would remember from the countless times I'd told that story. The note opens. One line at the top. Mom's been doing this for 3 years. We found emails on her old tablet. We've been protecting you. Below, a timeline. Dates. Names. Details. Written in Haley's methodical style, but some entries are in Bella's younger handwriting. January 2022, Mom met someone at museum. Told us not to mention the flowers that came to the house. March 2022, found Mom crying in her car after pickup. Said it was work stress. Saw texts from W on her phone. November 2022, Mom forgot Bella's parent-teacher conference. Was at a hotel. We know because she accidentally shared her location. February 2023, Bella asked why Mom smelled different. Mom said new perfume. But it was men's cologne. 3 years. My daughters have been carrying this for 3 years. The entries get more detailed as they get recent. They'd started screenshotting things, saving receipts Irene left in her car, documenting the lies they were asked to tell. October 2024, Mom asked me to say she was chaperoning the school dance. She wasn't. Found the hotel charge on her iPad. December 2024, Christmas shopping supposedly. Actually at M's apartment. Bella saw them through his window when Dad dropped us at the bookstore nearby. At the bottom, in Haley's writing, we didn't know how to tell you. We thought if we just kept track, maybe we could show her how much lying she was doing and she'd stop. We thought we were protecting everyone. I pour another whiskey. Then another. My phone rings. It's my mom. The girls want to come home, she says. Are you ready? Yeah. Bring them. 20 minutes later, they're in my office. Haley's eyes are red. Bella's clutching her stuffed rabbit, the one she insists she's too old for but still needs when the world tilts. You saw the note, Haley says. Why didn't you tell me? Because. Bella starts, then stops. Because we thought it was our fault. What? If we were better kids, she continues, maybe Mom wouldn't need to find other people. My heart shatters. I pull them both close. Listen to me. Nothing, absolutely nothing, about this is your fault. Adults make choices. Your mom made hers. Those choices had nothing to do with you being good enough. We should have told you sooner, Haley says against my shoulder. You were trying to protect everyone. That's not your job. It never should have been your job. We sit there, the three of us, while the truth settles around us like dust after demolition. What happens now? Bella asks. Now we rebuild. Just us three. And therapy, lots of therapy. All of us? Haley asks. All of us. The next morning, I'm making breakfast when Paul calls. Irene's attorney reached out. She wants to negotiate. No. She's threatening to claim alienation of affection. With what evidence? I have 3 years of documentation showing affairs. She also wants split custody. Absolutely not. She used them as alibis. That's emotional abuse. I agree. But there's something else. The museum's civil suit? They're seeking $200,000 in damages from Miles. If Irene's named, she could owe $100,000 she doesn't have. Exactly. We could use that as leverage. Do it. 2 weeks pass. The girls start therapy. I see them beginning to exhale, to stop checking if their stories line up, to stop protecting everyone but themselves. Irene texts occasionally. I don't respond. Her attorney sends proposals. Paul rejects them all. Then, 3 weeks after she left, Haley comes to me with her tablet. Dad, something weird just happened. Mom created a new Instagram account and messaged me from it. I read the message. Baby, I know Dad's poisoning you against me. But I'm still your mother. I have rights. If you testify about what you know, you could really help Mommy. She's trying to coach you. Yeah, but look at the second message. I scroll down. My blood freezes. I know about the money you and Bella found. The cash in the safe. Dad's not who you think he is. We need to talk without him. I don't have a safe with hidden cash. Never have. Dad? Haley asks. What money is she talking about? I stare at the screen, realizing there's another layer to this I haven't uncovered yet. I have no idea. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.